Welcome to Learning Afrikaans with Miss Boo. In today's lesson, we're going to have a look at afkortings en acronieme. What is afkortings? Afkortings are abbreviations in English. Akronieme is acronyms in English. So let's dive into the lesson. Let's find out what they are and look at some examples. What are abbreviations? Abbreviations is a shortened word form for a word. Now, how do we say that in Afrikaans? Wat is afkortings? Afkortings is verkorte skryfwyse vir 'n woord. Now, let's quickly have a look at some examples so that you can understand what I mean. Now, before we have a look at the examples, let's quickly have a look at what rules you can apply when it comes to abbreviations. You know, I like making things simple for myself by following rules. So you can do the same as well. Afrikaans is not that difficult, guys. Just follow the rules. Okay, let's have a look. Now, when it comes to abbreviation, the rule here, and rules are called reëls in Afrikaans. Reëls. Now, when it comes to abbreviation, the rule is it always ends with a full stop. Okay, full stop. Now, abbreviations in Afrikaans generally ends in a full stop. This purely indicates that the word has been shortened. Okay. Now, single letters don't get a full stop. So if you've got a single letter as an abbreviation, you don't put a full stop to it. But let's have a look at examples so that you can see what I mean. Okay, the first example, ANTW stands for antwoord in Afrikaans. Antwoord. What does that mean in English? Answer. Okay. Second example, ASB stands for asseblief. Asseblief. What is asseblief in English? Please. Okay. The third example, BO stands for blaai om. Blaai om. And that means turn your page. Turn page. Okay. The fourth example, BV stands for byvoorbeeld. Byvoorbeeld. That's like EG in English for example. For example. Okay. DS stands for dominee. Dominee. And what is dominee in English? Reverend. Reverend. Now, can you guys still remember the rule? Remember we said every abbreviation gets a full stop at the end except if it's a single letter. Okay. Especially when it's referring to units like kilometers, cents, and rand. Okay. So now let's have a look at these two examples that does not have a full stop. R stands for rand in Afrikaans. Rand. Rand is rand in English. Okay. So J stands for jaar. Jaar. What is jaar in English? It's called a year. Okay. Now, December, it's DES. December. In Afrikaans, it's called December. Okay. Remember in English, we say the abbreviation for December, it's DEC because that's how we spell December in English. Now, in Afrikaans, it's DES. So the spelling differs here. So there's a few months where it remains the same and then some of them changes. Okay, next example, it's ENS. ENS stands for ensovoorts. Ensovoorts. So it's the same as the one in English where we say etc. So we say ETC, etc. Ensovoorts. Okay. Then the last one, when it comes to abbreviations, AGV, as gevolg van. Okay. As gevolg van. As a result of. Okay. Now, do you see that the full stops are in between the words? Okay. So there is in between the letters, it's separating the three words. As gevolg van. Okay. Now that we're done with abbreviations, let's have a look at acronyms. Okay, so what are acronyms? Acronyms are abbreviations of a word formed by the first letters of each word. Okay, how do you say that in Afrikaans? Wat is akronieme? Akronieme is afkortings wat gevorm is deur die eerste letter van die woord. So acronyms, you use the first letter of each word. Okay, it's made out of the first letter of each word. Okay, by now you might be asking yourself now, how do you differentiate between abbreviations and acronyms? Now, remember what I said? Afrikaans is easy. You just need to apply the rules. Okay, so let's have a look at the rules for acronyms. Now, the rules for acronyms is you don't have to use a full stop. Geen punt. Jy gebruik geen punt. No full stop. And the words or the acronyms are written in capital letters. Okay, so no full stops and it's in capital letters. Okay, now let's have a look at some examples for acronyms. Akronieme. Okay, the first one, ID. ID stands for identiteitsdocument in Afrikaans. Identiteitsdocument. In English, it's called identification. Okay. Next one. RSA stands for Republiek van Suid-Afrika. Republiek van Suid-Afrika. Republic of South Africa. Okay. The third example, PIN, which is PIN, stands for persoonlike identifikasienommer. Persoonlike identifikasienommer. In English, personal identification number. Now, this one I always find funny because every single time when somebody says, please give me your PIN number, what we turn to forget is that PIN is already including the word number, but we always say PIN number. Give me your PIN number. But yeah, old habits die hard. And it goes both ways. Both Afrikaans speaking people and English speaking people, they always like to say, give me your PIN number. But the PIN is already including the word number. You don't have to repeat the number. You can just say, give me your PIN, because PIN stands for personal identification number. But anyway, next example, UNISA. UNISA stands for Universiteit van Suid-Afrika. Universiteit van Suid-Afrika. In English, it's University of South Africa. Okay. ESCOM. ESKOM. ESCOM stands for, in Afrikaans, Elektrisiteitsvoorsieningskommissie. Elektrisiteitsvoorsieningskommissie. Okay. Now, in English, that is Electricity Supply Commission. Okay. Elektrisiteitsvoorsieningskommissie. This one is a long one. It might be a little bit difficult to pronounce. But practice always makes us better. Now we have reached the end of our lesson. If you are interested, I'm offering online classes on Saturdays via Zoom. All the details are on my website, www.lrbpro.co.za. And I'm also doing TikTok videos daily on Monday to Fridays. So if you want to follow me on TikTok, it's LRB at LRB. Now, if this video was helpful, please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And thank you very much for watching. Till the next lesson.